What's up everybody, how's it going? I'm the Framed and welcome back to the next episode of my Diablo 2 lore instruction let's play with the Amazon. Alright everybody, here we are. We are here in Nightmare difficulty, starting over from the beginning, kind of, on a new difficulty, which is just slightly harder than the previous difficulty. We were on normal and now we are on Nightmare. And so yeah, we're going to be starting out here in the new difficulty, but before we get going with quests and stuff, there's a few things I want to go over. First off, Warv, you need to just not talk. Okay, go to my inventory here. In the last episode, I did the secret cow level, and while I was there, I did find a new bow that is just slightly stronger than the bow that I was using. So I found a razor bow with 2 sockets, and a razor bow is actually a exceptional version of the normal version bow, so it is 1 level higher, I guess, in item quality than you know, the normal quality. But anyways, so we got just a little bit more damage output. So the long war bow has 3 to 30 damage, whereas the razor bow has 10 to 29. So the long bow here actually has a little bit higher maximum damage, just slightly. But the razor bow has higher minimum damage, and what that means is that the average damage output is a little bit higher. So I think the average damage comes out to like 19.5 or something like that, and this comes out to like 16.5 or something. So the average damage is just slightly higher, but the thing that makes this bow even better is the fact that it's a lot faster. So this bow, it's kind of hard to explain, but every weapon has its own speed, and this one is like -10, and this is a +10. So the lower the number, the faster the bow is. It's kind of hard to explain. I can put a link maybe in the description that explains some of that stuff. But yeah, this bow is just a little bit faster, so it has this more damage output in general. So this is going to be a lot better. We're going to sell this guy and get rid of him. And the other thing that I kind of want to go over prior to, you know, actually starting the playthrough here, 2 things. One, the sidebar that I have over here that I can't actually put my mouse over. I had a few comments of some people not really liking that sidebar. I don't know. I kind of like it personally, but maybe, I mean, if you guys don't appreciate it quite as much, I can change it maybe. What I'm not going to do is stretch the game screen to fit the YouTube video, because I think that looks really bad. That's my personal opinion, and you know, I want my videos to be something I'm proud of, and if I think it looks bad, I'm not going to do it. So that's that. But if you guys have ideas for maybe another sidebar, picture or image or something, feel free to put that in the comment section. I would very much appreciate your guys' input. The one other thing that I'm gonna say here before going into the quests and stuff is that the way I'm going to be going through these quests are going to be maybe slightly different than the way I did it in normal difficulty, because I am a lot higher level than I was, you know, just starting out. I'm level 47. I'm pretty up there right now. So here for this first quest, we're going to run over to Akara, get our first quest just like we did earlier. And we have to go to the Den of Evil and kill all the monsters in the Den of Evil. And that quest, like in the first time that I went through this quest in Nightmare difficulty, I went around all of Bloodmoor here and took out all the enemies to level up. I don't need to do that anymore. So what I'm actually going to do is follow the path here until I find the Den of Evil, and then I'm just going to head down there and take care of those enemies. I am not going to do any leveling up because I don't need to. Oh yeah, one other thing that I guess I should mention is that I am still on Players 8 right now. So if I click enter and press up, so you can see Players 8 right there. So I'm playing on Players 8, and I think that I am going to continue to play on Players 8 until I feel like I can't anymore. And I have actually played through the game with this character / build before. So in that first time that I played through with this build, I was actually able to play on Player's 8 throughout a majority of the game. It wasn't until the 5th act that I had to turn things down a little bit. So I'm fairly confident that I can make it at least a decent amount of the way through Nightmare difficulty here. So I'm going to get rid of those guys and get some mana potions. I don't know if I'm really going to need that many mana potions because my mana leech is pretty good, but I'm going to pick them up anyways. Take out these enemies along the way, see if there's a chest in there. There is not. Take out that enemy, pick up the potion, and keep following the path here because the path is going to lead me to the Den of Evil. Here we are. Alright, so we're going to make our way into the Den of Evil here and start taking out all of the bad guys that are down in here. But one thing that I should mention is that with every successive difficulty that you go on to, whether that's you know, from normal to nightmare to hell, the dungeon sizes do get a little bit bigger with every difficulty upgrade. So this dungeon here, the Den of Evil, is going to be a little bit larger than it was in normal difficulty. So, you know, it's just something to be aware of. And that's going to be pretty much true for every dungeon that we're going to be making our way into. Except for a couple that you never change their layout, like the Arcane Sanctuary or something like that. But anyways, we're going to make our way around here, killing all the enemies. We do have to kill every single enemy because it's the only way to complete the quest. Pretty simple. And it doesn't look like I need any health potions, so I'm just going to leave that on the ground. Make my way over this way, making sure to check all the corners for any enemies. And, you know, in this quest, one thing that you have to be aware of is the fact that there are shamans. And shamans, as you may or may not know, probably should know by this point, is that they revive fallen allies. And since we need to kill all the enemies within this area, if we kill one of these fallen, and then it gets resurrected, but we don't notice it gets resurrected, it still counts as an alive enemy. So we'll have to run around and try and find it, I guess, if we happen to miss one. So we want to be very careful that we don't miss anything. And what we're looking for in here, you know, is to kill all the enemies, but also there's going to be a boss pack in here that we definitely want to take down. Because he's going to be, you know, a decent amount of experience, especially on Player's 8. Pick up that amulet. And you may or may not be noticing that I'm not picking up all the enemies. So there's that maul on the ground. I don't care about mauls. It's just a magic item, and a magic item that I will most definitely never be using. So I don't really need to pick it up and take up the inventory space and take the time to run back to town to sell it, because I frankly don't need to. I already have quite a bit of money, so I don't really need, you know, to pick up a bunch of items. But anyways, let's keep taking down these enemies here. Using the single target damage of Magic Arrow. Pick up the money there. And looks like we did find the boss pack here. And we also found some fallen... Ow! So these guys do damage. I'm going to go ahead and use a potion just in case. And just use my Wave of Death ability. I actually want to run over here and take down... Ouch! Take down these shaman. Okay, I'm taking a little bit of a little bit more damage than I really want to take. Got these guys coming up here too. Take these guys down. There we go. Oh, I want to run over here and get the shaman. Oh my gosh, there's so many enemies. So many enemies. Take that guy down. See if there's another shaman over here. It looks like both of these shamans are still alive. Take them down really quick and use magic or multiple shot now, just to take these enemies out with my Wave of Death ability. Okay, I took a little bit of damage there. I was just kind of face tanking that because I was just want to try and get as much damage off. Not really caring too much. Oh, I'm almost out of arrows. Awesome. That's just great. Take down these last few enemies here with Magic Arrow. I'm gonna pick up this wrist blade. It is a it's a rare item. And rare items do sell for a little bit more money sometimes, and so I'm going to pick that up. And it's not a very big item either, so it won't take up much space in my inventory. And I'm going to pick up a few potions here. There we go. Long battle bow. I just kind of want to look at it. Oh gosh, I didn't sell that thing. Whoops. Let's just throw it on the ground for a second. I just want to look at it. So long battle bow has 4 sockets. Interesting. Gosh, you can't really make anything with the 4-socketed bow. A rune word, that is. You could put random runes in it for like extra damage or whatever, but we don't really need one of those. Anyways, let's see. Crossbow. We don't care about crossbows. You can use crossbows on the Amazon. Something I never really went over. But personally, I don't like crossbows. I like bows. It's just more of a personal preference kind of thing than anything else. You can use crossbows if you want. It's not really a big deal. And it looks like I have missed a few enemies. Let's look. There is 1 monster left. Oh my goodness. Where is he at? Alright, so we got to run around here. Try and find this one last enemy that somehow escaped our bow. There we go. Take this guy down. And see ya. Alright, so we took down all the enemies here in the Den of Evil. Let's port back to town. Go talk to Akara, see what she has to say. And when I say see what she has to say, I say... what I really mean is not see what she has to say. Anyways, for completing that quest, she will allow us to respec again. So I never use my respec from the normal difficulty. So I actually have 2 respecs that I could potentially use right now. So if I decide I want to change up my build a little bit, I could go back to normal difficulty and use my respec there, or use the respec here in Nightmare difficulty. And once I beat Nightmare difficulty and get into Hell, I'll be able to do it in Hell difficulty as well. Alright, so I have a new skill point as well, which is something that Akara gives us, and I'm going to put that point into, not that, because I already have 10 arrows. 10 arrows is perfect. I'm going to go to my passives here, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to throw that into Valkyrie, I think. Let's look at this. So 50% of my arrows are passing through. And do I want more points into that? Eventually this will be maxed, but I think Valkyrie might be a little bit more beneficial right now because I need it to be kind of tanky. I need her to be tankier, you know, because here we are in Nightmare difficulty, player's 8. I need her to be able to take hits. So I'm going to get her up a little bit stronger. Going to run over here to Charcy and get things repaired and buy a new quiver of arrows. There we go. Go like that. And we're going to identify this guy and this guy. And we don't care about that. Don't care about that. Don't care about that anymore. And we don't really care about that either. Alright, so that is that. Let's look at my quest log. And we have completed that quest. And the next quest that we will be picking up is from Keshia. And she is the Blood Raven quest. Look at my quest log here. Have to go to the burial grounds outside of the Cold Plains to find Blood Raven. But we're not going to do that today. We're going to save that for the next episode. We're going to end things here. So if you liked your song, go ahead and hit that like button. If you have any comments, questions, advice, go ahead and leave those in the comment section. I would especially appreciate it if you commented on some of the things I talked about at the beginning of the video. If you'd like to stay up to date with what I'm doing here with my Diablo 2 Lore Destruction Let's Play, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd also appreciate it if you went to my Facebook page and my Twitch page and follow me over there. But until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you all next time.